This video is about the Podcasts app on your iPad. I found that podcasts are a great way to get ideas about teaching and also to connect with people because a lot of the people that make podcasts are very receptive to ideas and questions and things like that if you contact them outside of the podcast. So I'd like to share a little bit with you about what podcasts I listen to and how you use the podcast app. So if you look in the App Store for podcasts, the first app that shows up is this big one right here with the purple box, and that is the native podcast app. So every iPad comes with that app that Apple provides for you. So you should have that on your iPad somewhere. So it should be pretty easy to find. We're going to open that up and you're going to see what my app looks like right now. Now, I listen to a lot of podcasts, so you're going to see quite a few here, but I wanted to kind of take you through how a podcast works in this app and some of the things you need to think about when you're getting your own podcasts. So the first one it opened up to is the featured podcast. So this is all different podcasts that people have put out there about various topics, and you can look through those. They put them in different topics. So brain food has TED Radio Hour and Science Versus. There's all sorts of different places where you could find these podcasts. I've never actually used the featured one. I usually search online for different podcasts that I'm looking for. So in order to actually search for a podcast, you're going to go down to the right-hand corner and hit search. Here's one I just recently searched for because I had heard about it, I think, on a different podcast actually. And so I put in the title of the podcast and that's what it gave me. I could just put in like a topic like brain, and it's going to come up with all sorts of different podcasts that have that topic in there. So, there's all sorts of choices within there. And if you click on it, it'll give you a little bit of information about it. So this one tells you it's a way to learn about neuroscience directly from researchers, and they show you some of the episodes that they've recorded so far. So that's one way to find podcasts. Once you find those podcasts, so let's say I'm going to actually use this one just for fun. So I see this purple button here called subscribe. I'm going to click on that. And that means that now those podcast episodes are going to automatically dump into my podcasts. So let's go check that out. In the bottom left-hand corner, it says My Podcasts. I'm going to click on that. And here are all the podcasts that I have subscribed to so far. Here's Brain Matters. That's the one I just added. And then Good Job Brain is the one I talked about that I recently searched for. And then all the way through to the oldest podcasts I've subscribed to. And I have a variety of them from, strictly educational ones to science ones to just general information. And I can leave you with a podcast list with a description of podcasts, and you can decide which ones you want to listen to. When you do have one that you like and you're ready to listen to a podcast, all you do is click on the one you want. So let's do a Science Friday podcast. Okay, and here's all the episodes that I have not yet listened to. So you can see the unplayed is highlighted. If I wanted to see all the episodes, including ones I have listened to, I'd go to feed and I would see old ones as well. Okay, so the ones with the dots by them are ones I haven't listened to, and the ones without dots are the ones I have listened to. So I'm going to go back to unplayed. For this first one, I'm going to hit the eye icon for information. And it gives me some information about like what that particular episode is about. I can save that episode so it's on my iPad and not streaming through Wi-Fi, or I could delete it right there if I wanted to. Other things that you might want to play with on this screen are the settings. So how do you want to see your podcast? Do you want to see them from newest to oldest or oldest to newest? Or play them, sorry. How do you want to see them? Same thing. Do you want to take away your subscription to that? So maybe you've decided you don't want to be subscribed. How often do you want it to reload to check for new podcasts? Every 6 hours? I probably wouldn't need that. I could probably do it every day and that'd be fine. Actually, this is a weekly one, so I'm going to do it every week, and that would be great. I'm not going to put a limit to the number of episodes I have, but you could do that. And which episodes do I want to download? Do I only want to download the new ones? Or do I want to get some that I haven't listened to yet? And that will be a lot of podcasts in most places, or in most times, but you can certainly do that. So that's all of those. Up here in the top right-hand corner, you can send through different tools. You can send your podcast list to people over Twitter, over email, through a message. You can create a link to it, all of those things. And then on the left-hand side, if I hit edit, I can delete multiple podcasts at a time. So if I check a whole bunch of them, I can delete them all at the same time instead of going into each one and doing it separately. Another way to delete them pretty quickly is you can always slide over and just pull it over from the side and you'll get delete from there as well. Okay, when I play a podcast, I'm going to play one now. I just click on it. This is Science Friday. I'm Ira Flynn. And it automatically opens up and starts playing. We've got obviously step forward and step backward, but you also have rewind 15 seconds or go ahead 15 seconds. We've got a pause button and a play button. You can increase the speed. For some reason, my husband really likes to listen to all of his audio stuff at like 2 times speed. So you can increase the speed of how fast they're going. I just like to keep it where it is. And then from there, you could also send this podcast out. You see there's that up arrow. If I want to share just this episode with someone, I can do that. The bars on the right-hand side help you to navigate between other podcasts. So if you want to jump around, you could do that within there. To go back to the main screen, there's this arrow over on the left side. And now I'm back here. To go back to where all my podcasts are, I'm just going to click outside of this white box. And now I'm back to all those podcasts. The little red numbers in the right-hand corner shows how many new podcasts there are out there that I haven't yet listened to. So that's kind of like your notification that something new has come and it's waiting for you to listen to it. Remember, at any time, you can just go in and check them out real quickly and delete them out if you don't want to listen to them. So those little red numbers don't get too high. I find listening to podcasts is really effectual, like when I'm putting dishes away or vacuuming with my headphones on or outside weeding my garden. Or in the car. You can listen to podcasts if you're driving for long distance. It's a great way to catch up on new educational ideas in maybe some downtime that you wouldn't normally be using.